The Washington Nationals beef up the back end of their rotation by signing John Lester. And the Nationals, they've had a pretty solid offseason, in my opinion. They got Josh Bell in there. They got Kyle Schwarber. And now you're adding John Lester, the veteran lefty. And last season, it wasn't a great year for Lester. 3-3, a 5.16 ERA. He started all 12 games, 61 innings, only 41 strikeouts. So Lester, obviously, he's 37 years old now, and his big-time numbers, they're going to go down. But in a full season in 2019, he was a mediocre starter, 13-10, a 4.46 ERA, 31 games started, 172 innings, 165 strikeouts. So John Lester, I think he's a good veteran to sign for this national team. That ballpark, it's a pretty fair ballpark in terms of if it's a pitcher's park or a hitter's park. But I think he's going to be decent this season in Leicester. I know this NL East is a pretty good division with the Mets, Braves, Phillies, obviously, who are always in the hunt, and the Marlins, who even made the playoffs last season, even though that could be fluky. But anyway, John Lester, he goes to Washington, and I think he can have a bounce back in a decent season. He took the one-year deal on the minimum, and as far as fantasy baseball, he's a guy you definitely target in the way later rounds, anywhere from the 18th to 23rd round, and he's a player that'll probably fill out your bench at the back end, and he's a guy that some people, they might still take him early in fantasy leagues over name recognition, but this national starting pitching is stacked, and he's going to be the 4th or 5th starter, most likely. Obviously, he's going to be behind Scherzer, Strasburg, if he could come back on time this season, Patrick Corbin, and maybe Joe Ross and him. So this national starting five is pretty solid and pretty stacked. And John Lester, it wouldn't surprise me if he's got a 500 record and a 4.5 ERA or lower. I possibly could see. So John Lester, good signing for Washington, veteran presence, and if he stays healthy, which he has the portion of his career, he's a pitcher that goes out there no matter what, and he could give you great games and bad games. He's not going to be the Cy Young type of pitcher he was, obviously, 3-4 seasons ago, but I still think he can make an impact for this Washington national team and fantasy baseball owners. So John Lester joins the Nationals here heading into the 2021 season.